Hello and welcome back to Smart Credit Bytes. I'm your host Sangeeta Sharma. Today I'm going to break a very big myth that I have heard n number of times across loan discussions. Entrepreneurs walk in and say with confidence, "Madam, मेरा सिबिल तो 750 है, लोन तो मिल ही जाएगा." But what is the truth? From a banker's perspective, a good CIBIL score is important. I agree, but it is not everything. you know, uh, CIBIL opens the door, but once you step in, what truly matters is your credit behavior, how you conduct your account, how disciplined you are, how transparent your transactions are. Now, in today's episode, I will show you what CIBIL actually shows and what it hides. What bankers exactly mean by the credit behavior, why high CIBIL borrowers still get rejected, the common mistakes MSMEs make, and finally, a three pillar framework to build strong credit health because this is why we are here. So, grab your chai and let's get started. Now, what do you think? What CIBIL really shows? CIBIL or any credit bureau report, whether it be CRIF, Experian, Equifax, any, they are basically your financial mark sheets. Captures your repayment history, your past loans, credit cards, your current loans, their outstanding amount, the number of dues if your any EMIs was late, any write-off, settlements or defaults, number of inquiries made by lenders, everything. Now score ranges from 750 to 600 and sometimes below that. Now 750 and above tells your CIBIL is strong. 650 to 700 just wants the banker to be cautious, and below 600 it is very difficult to get fresh credit at lower rate of interest. But here's the limitation. CIBIL is only history. It shows how you behaved in the past, not how you are behaving right now. Now that's where many borrowers get it wrong. They assume if my score is good, everything else will fall into place. True? No, it's not true. Now, let me tell you what CIBIL credit behavior actually means to us. So, what do bankers really look at when we talk about credit behavior? Let's start with check returns. Even one or two bounces checks create doubt to us. OD utilization. Are you always at the limit? It definitely signals us that your business is in stress. Timely submissions, stock statement, audit report, GST filings, transparency, transactions. Are business sales routed properly through the account or is there any diversion of funds? Discipline in EMI payments, not just repayment. I told you earlier, it's timeliness. When your EMI is due, the same time you pay it. This is your real time report card. I have literally personally seen many borrowers with 780 CIBIL but repeated check returns lose credibility within seconds. On the other hand, I have sanctioned loan for people with borderline scores but excellent conduct and transparency. Now you might think why high CIBIL still gets rejected. Now let's talk about the hard truth. Why do banks sometimes say no even the CIBIL is high? I told you number one reason is already frequent check bounces. This shows lack of your discipline, financial discipline. If your OD account is overdrawn, and you may say always at that, this reflects weak liquidity. If your CIBIL has too many recent inquiries, this looks like desperation of funds, and sometimes maybe you are doing a fraud. At the same time, you are giving your loan application to three banks. Mismatch in profile. If you declare turnover versus loan you have requested does not align, this is a big mismatch in your profile. Opaque transaction, cash dealings, or diversion outside the account. Now, let me give you an example. A borrower, he has CIBIL, I think 790, He came for his working capital enhancement. He was a very old customer of ours. His CIBIL was 790. Everything was okay. But in the last 6 months, his account has 12 check returns. What do you think? It was immediately rejected. Yes, because this showed recently he was in so much financial stress and he was not disciplined with his financials. Bankers always trust behavior over numbers. So you always just look and what are the common mistakes that MSMEs make? Let's say paying EMIs on time but they ignore their account conduct. Use OD limit as their free money and keep it always fully drawn. Or I have seen at the time of renewal they always delay submission of their financial documents. And many MSMEs mix their personal and business funds in the same account. And something civil clean is equal to bankers happy. Now, each of these silently damages your credibility, no matter what your score says, right? Now, let's flip the script. Here's my framework for MSME to become truly credit ready. Okay, first is strong CIBIL. Now, how can you build your strong CIBIL? Always pay your EMIs and credit card dues on time. And when I say credit card dues, it does not mean you pay your minimum amount due. It means you pay your total amount due before time, right? Avoid any settlements and write-off, not just even if you want it for that subsidy declared by government. Please avoid this. A small subsidy can cost you a lakh in the future. Keep your inquiries limited and genuine. Never at the same time just give your file to 5 to 6 banks. You can keep 2 to 3 banks for a safer hand, but not more than that. And do not distribute your KYC documents to everywhere you go. So many times we have seen many customers go to mall and they literally they give their PAN card, just want for a credit card. No, please, a big no, because the more it shows your inquiries, the more it is reflected in your CIBIL, and banker think it as a desperation for want of funds. Now, second is clean conduct. Maintain clean conduct in your account. Ensure there is no check return in your account. Always maintain a buffer of 20 to 30% or maybe 40% in your CC or OD account. This shows your discipline. Always submit your stock statement, GST, and audited data on time. Now, third is transparent banking. Now, this says route all your actual business transaction through your account. Maybe it is your CC account or maybe it is your current account, but ensure the business turnover is transactions or all your turnover is passed through your business current account or OD account. Any case maybe. Always separate your personal and business funds transaction and inform your banker early if you foresee any stress or restructuring is possible. Surprises are not acceptable. These three pillars build the trust. A trust is the most valuable currency in banking. So always ensure them. Now, so let's answer the biggest question. CIBIL versus credit behavior. What matters more? Now you have gone all through my podcast. Now you know. Both are important. But if I have to pick one, I will definitely say credit behavior outweighs the CIBIL. Because CIBIL tells me where you have been, but credit behavior tells me who you are today and who you will be tomorrow. Now, this was my episode 14 of Smart Credit Bytes. Share it with your fellow entrepreneurs and bankers because breaking the myth can save time, effort, and rejection. Don't forget to follow and subscribe, and do listen to my earlier episodes like collateral in MSME loans and personal guarantee. Until then, stay wise, stay credit smart. Thank you.